sleeping. Seems like she's gone back to sleep. She's not going to go back up now, and these rain sounds will help, I'm sure. Rain is calming. And in many ways you can see the life cycle of a civilization like the life of this oak. In the life of this oak, it will have had a period of struggle when it was a young sapling, you know. It wasn't always that big mighty oak standing, towering over the field. It had to establish itself, it had to grow, it had to become that mighty oak. So you could say that there was an early phase in the oak's life where it was the sapling. And then it had the period standing imperious and tall, almost as little like the king of the field, you know, the peak of the oak's life. It was the peak of the world, if you want, this oak. And then, of course, grows old and then it dies, as we talked about. And here's the dilemma for us as dissidents, as people who think deeply about these things. What is to recommend? The sapling phase, or the peak towering phase, the mighty oak phase, or the phase when it's dead and gone and is supporting this, you know, these new life forms? What recommends one phase over another? What's to say, well, you know, it's better to be the mighty oak, or better to be the dead oak, or better to be the sapling? From what point of view can we possibly answer this question? I think a question like that faces us, like, what is our rationale for wanting one phase over another? Which phase do we want? Which phase do we even want? Really, what we're doing is coming to terms with the fact that the oak is dead. It's not even dying, the oak is dead. So really, we are coming to terms with the fact that all things must pass. That what was will not be again. It will not be again, because whatever comes out of the oak, you won't recapture the glory days of the oak, because it's gone, it's dead. Out of the oak will not grow the same thing, it will be a different thing. AAA sleeping safe and sound. It seems. I haven't had a peep out of her for a while. She's I know it's a cliche. People say, oh, you know, bundle of joy and all this sort of stuff, but she's like a, you know, in a particularly grim world, she is very much a ray of light for me. These are the sort of things that I think can help keep people going, you know. And, you know, tasting defeat can be as important as the taste of victory. You need to taste defeat sometimes. Maybe that's what our people, the people of the West, when I say our people of my mother, people of my home, may need to taste some defeat to rediscover themselves. There may need to be a period of suffering so that this bullshit never happens again. This is a strange thing. I'm giving you some access to some of my private thoughts here. When I'm sharing it with hundreds of people. Maybe this was never meant to happen. Maybe people weren't meant to share their thoughts like this. No, I don't know how long we've been going. Over an hour, surely. I haven't mentioned Tony Blair yet. I'm not going to talk about him, don't worry. Wonder if Tony Blair ever has moments like this. Wonder what his private thoughts are. Fucking bastard. Absolute bastard.